All right, guys, lock in. There's another YouTube change. Basically, YouTube tweeted today, August 17th, that starting August 24th, all the view counts across videos is going to begin to play with no minimum watch time across all their formats, so VODs, shorts, and live. And they're standardizing it to make it reflect true exposure across YouTube, to make it easier to show their value to brand partners. I disagree. I don't think it's going to be easier to show value to brand partners on their actual documentation of it. They're saying, hey, look, shorts captured every single viewer because if you scrolled past it, even if you played it for like a frame, it counts as a view. What the algorithm was basically doing was going, okay, you viewed it, but not long enough, so we're just not going to recommend this to other people. So now they're doing this to long form content. Now, is it a bad thing? Maybe not necessarily, right? Immediately, the first thing you think of is like, great, for small creators, this is actually amazing because that means this video that you worked so hard to put out is no longer going to have just a couple of views or sub 500 views. It is now going to be a lot higher because if you just view it on the homepage by accident, it counts as a view. But how I see this is actually just a vanity measure. It's a vanity metric because it might look like it's a great video because it has a lot of views on it. It's just viewed as impressions. So what they're going to do, they can use a different metric called engaged views to see how many engaged viewers are actually watching the video. This isn't supposed to change how the YouTube Partner Program works or how people make money. They're still going off of the engaged views in order to make the money. From August 24th onwards, you're going to see this new metric applied immediately. And they said, we hope that having metric parity across all formats give creators a clearer picture of their overall exposure and make it easier to confidently express their true scale and value to brand partners and sponsors. When I read this line, this was just telling me that like YouTube just wants to keep more of the money that they get from playing ads across YouTube, across content, whether or not you are partnered, and telling you, hey, use this new inflated view count that we're going to implement and go to whoever you want to sponsor you for and ask for money. I think they're making views cost less, they're making it count less overall, and they're making views count as less important. They're not really addressing how this is going to combat AI slop. They're not addressing how this is going to be impacted by botting, because you can imagine if a bot is viewing the video just a frame at a time multiple times, you can really easily and very quickly drive up the view count of a video just by doing that with no further engaged views or engaged watch hours. Now, I've heard some arguments where it's like, well, this is great if you're a small creator, you know, you have like under 500 views per video, like someone like myself, the hours that you've put in to edit now have something to show for it. How I think about it is kind of like this. You could be a creator with like 1 million followers and then a video with 1,000 views. That doesn't reflect true community or engagement. And actually someone might look at that and be like, oh, you bought it. And I don't think that's the impression that somebody wants to give off when they're approaching brand partners and sponsors for money. They want their following and their engagement to reflect what their community actually is, so that when they take on this partnership or this brand deal, the brand is truly getting their money's worth and will likely continue working with them. It is pretty hard, in my opinion, to like capture a client, so like a brand, and keep holding on to them if you don't provide them with any value, unfortunately. And I think by doing this, YouTube is going to create a less value overall, and it's going to be really tough for these creators that rely on brand deals and sponsorships to maintain that unless their community is quite engaged. Now, how is this going to impact me as someone that's currently working towards the YouTube partnership program? I don't think it's going to change how I view it. I think I'm just going to take, and I have been taking, just the views overall as less of a measure for my success than the overall watch time, especially because YouTube is really focusing on qualified watch hours. They even say it right here, qualified watch hours for their YouTube Partner Program entry rather than overall views. And so as a small creator myself currently, I don't think this makes a big deal for me, but I do know if I ever want to approach brand partners and sponsors in the future, I'm going to have to really show all the analytics and then have to work through understanding what those stats truly mean to a brand partner and sponsor, and then know what my worth is.